This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 podcast, where we have nearly watched all the best movies ever made, according to IMDb, and we're trying to fill the end before we, run out of movies to watch. And we happen to be in a nice little stint of horror movies in the theater for some reason, in the middle of, or the end of spring, I guess, just randomly, not even close to October, horror movies coming out like crazy. We're watching the new movie Backrooms, who is directed by Kane Parsons, I believe is his name. I don't have my stuff up today.
AKA
I'm pretty tired.
Pixel, right? He's got his YouTube name.
That was his YouTube name. Yeah. Kane Parsons. Yeah. So, I'm going to start off by saying I'm tired. If I sound stuttery, I'm blaming it on being tired. So there you go. Let's start.
But don't feel bad for him because he's going golfing for 3 days.
Yeah, I am going golfing. I hope I'm nice and rested by the time golf starts.
I think it's very hard to feel bad for anybody who's going to go golfing, right? I don't think you can say.
That part.
I don't know
what sympathy.
Right. I guess. Yeah.
He's just trying to preface his mistakes. Okay, John, let him have it.
If you feel free to make fun of me or whatever, I'm just saying
that's fine.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying accept it. I'm just saying it's going to be bad.
There's a reason why you're bad this time, as opposed to all the other times.
That's the other times.
Exactly.
Right. That's
yes,
exactly
yes.
what we're trying to get across.
Yeah. All right. So this is in theaters. It's making a lot of money. See it in the theaters, stream it, or skip it. I say see it in the theaters. John,
I say stream it.
I say skip it.
Skip it. All right, so 20-second spoiler-free reviews. We're starting negative and then, swinging it back around. TC, 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was really slow. And, at some point I just stopped caring what the thing was. And that's when I realized I wasn't enjoying it. And then by the end, it didn't get any better for me with that ending. So I don't know. Skip it.
John, what do you got?
Yeah, it just didn't hit me. I wasn't scared. I wasn't. There was some interesting images. I thought maybe it's just something I don't understand, like a David Lynch sort of thing. Like there's a bunch of things and ideas and lore that I just don't even know anything about. But the acting also just didn't hit me. I just didn't get hit. Maybe it's not fair to do this right after Obsession.
I mean, honestly, John, I thought the same thing. Yeah. I thought the same thing.
Yeah. So 20 seconds. I agree. I was going to say the word Lynchian. I was going to say the word slow. I was going to, kind of say the same thing as you guys said. But I kind of was creeped out by it. I was entertained despite how slow it was. And I feel like if I hadn't seen it in theaters, I wouldn't have paid as much attention. And I'm glad that I did because that's like max enjoyment, even though it's not the best thing I've seen this year.
Yeah, because the ambience of it.
I don't know, because
right?
I was wondering if I might have enjoyed it more streaming it, because I just don't think the sound design and the ambience was there. Like the way, again, seeing Obsession, the way the sound and everything hit so hard and the acting hit so hard, I think it just felt really forceful, and even more so in the theater. Maybe if I was watching on a smaller screen, I wouldn't expect the punch. So maybe I would it would just be an easier watch. I wouldn't be expecting to really get hit by it. So I might not be bothered by, just confused. I'm like, I really should be scared by this, and I'm not. Or, she's really these are good actors. I mean, they've got cred. I mean, much better cred than the actors that were in Obsession. But it didn't seem to, I don't know why, but it didn't seem
there wasn't
really
much
come
to do.
Through.
They were
because
just
the kid's 19 years old. He's a 19-year-old kid making this movie.
But no, I know, and this is I'm happy for its success. I think this is awesome. This is new ideas. This is I even when I wasn't wowed by it, I appreciated this as something interesting, and I'm glad it's there, and I'm glad people love it. I think that's all awesome. I mean,
something I'll say that put this into perspective. I read today. This whole, we can get into the history of Backrooms, but this has been around for a while, and he made his first short, Kane Parsons or Kane Pixels, on YouTube back in 2022, and someone reviewed it saying that I can't wait for this to be created into a 2-hour Hollywood super glossy piece of shit, something like that movie, like Slender Man or something else, just to become a total trash movie. Right? Like a horror movie that is really not good. Right. And this is not that at all.
It's not that.
Really weird and art house and slow. And I think that's pretty awesome.
That's why I say it's Lynchian. It has an integrity about it, right? I mean, I don't know if it worked. And like I said, It just really struck
it's
me.
impossible because we just watched, for me, one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Right.
And this is a horror movie.
But not just scary
This
movies.
was so
but-
different.
But one
It's
of the
so
most
different.
It
I
was
think
like,
definitely not
I mean, I
scary.
couldn't even believe it. It was just,
Yeah.
I think it was tough. We needed a palate cleanser.
We
in order
did.
to get
Yeah.
this.
It was a
Yeah,
mistake
yeah.
to do these
Yeah.
back to back, but it's
It
not our
was.
fault. These
Well,
were released like really close to each
I
other
don't
in
know.
the
No, I was
theaters.
all excited. I wanted to go. I would be happy for a 1-2 punch. I was like,
It
man,
just didn't. I just didn't.
you know?
Wasn't expecting it to be like some sort of monster. You know, like I don't know what. I don't
Once they started showing the monster, I was laughing and I was like, "This is ridiculous! Like, does anyone find this scary? Does anyone
Yeah.
find the giant pirate guy scary at all?"
Really giant
know. When it
Elijah.
jumped down on the face, I was like, "This is so stupid."
But I didn't like even. These are great actors, but they were not. Somehow, like there were scenes where she's supposed to be angry and it didn't hit, or even they're being scared. It didn't hit. I don't know why not, because it's
And
not
just
like these
because they
people are good.
repeated that line in a different fashion
Yeah.
didn't make it any more scary than the first time.
Which
he
one?
did it.
Right.
Honestly, the
Which
line
line?
that he repeats with the role play that he was doing.
Oh yeah.
And you know how like in the beginning, that hit me on the first try, and then when I saw it the second try, and I was like, I mean, I guess now they're trying to make it seem like he's even more full of rage, but
But
like they already went through this trick, so
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it just didn't work for me for some reason.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the word. It didn't. I'm not like sitting there going, "This sucks," or "This is stupid," or I'm annoyed by this. Even it's just again that's why I sort of like compare it to Lynch, because I felt like that with Lynch films sometimes. It's like I think there's something here. I'm just not getting it.
It's like the mechanics of it are like confusing, right? So you're not.
right.
it's not hitting the scary note
Right.
that
I
you're
thought the
or
opposite.
supposed
The
to be
feel-
getting because
It
you're
could
just
be
not
that
understanding
the mechanics.
it.
The
Yeah.
mechanics are so different than what I've been trained to expect that it's not landing. Like this is like completely like. And I was trying to think about this. Like maybe this is really not like really done up in a Hollywood or professional movie way that I'm used to seeing. Like Obsession was slick, like, in a good way. Like it was so well produced, so like everything was perfectly done. Slick isn't the right word, but just it really was. It was. I don't know. It just everything seemed to be done perfectly. This I don't know how to describe it. It just wasn't. It wasn't coming together in a way that would hit me. But then again, I don't really know what they were wanting from this. If they were trying to make this horror, I don't know if that was really what. Again, that's why it's again a Lynch kind of feeling too.
Well,
where,
but
you
didn't
know,
the Blair Witch Project style kind of irk you a little bit?
oh well, at first
Those are my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
Oh,
found
really?
footage stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
I
are
was-
actually kind of creepy. I thought.
getting a
It,
little.
it was creepy, but you
Yeah.
know,
At first, the first part I was getting a little nauseated, and then
'Cause you're
couple-
old.
right? I
You
know,
forgot
I'm
to
old.
take your Dramamine
But
before
I
this movie,
also-
John.
I also don't. I started to watch the found footage one where he did it, and it was pretty cool. Like the actual YouTube episodes, they're really actually the first one I was watching. I only watched about 15 minutes before the podcast because then. Well,
Is that the one where he falls through the
he
the
just fall-
concrete?
It's actually pretty cool. But
Yeah.
but this one, when they did a lot of the found footage, it started to get pretty contrived about how the camera had to still be picked up just so and moved around just so and gotten so that you see just what you're supposed to see. Sort of, it's like that's not really how it's going to happen if you're running for your life with a camera, sort of. Anyway, but I don't know. It's fine.
I don't know. Blair Witch Project, John. There's
Well, yeah,
precedent.
well, sooner or later, we might have to see that one, right? Just because it was.
I mean, this year I think
I don't know if it
We-
holds up.
we
We
could
were
do-
gonna
I mean,
we were
there's-
gonna have
there's,
the found
like-
footage.
it was so
Yeah,
good when that
definitely.
happened. The
It
first
was.
time
We got
that
Blair
came out,
Witch.
I was like, "This is awesome." But
Yeah.
now,
There's at least 3 good ones.
Paranormal really freaked me out too. That
Yep.
first one
yeah,
was really
Paranormal
freaky.
Activity is
And
that what it
Wreck.
was?
Wreck is the
I never
best of
saw
them
Wreck.
all.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe we have to do Wreck.
Oh, Wreck is so good. The Spanish version, not the American version, with Dexter's sister. That one's not very good.
I feel like
Okay.
I
didn't
liked
know there was
those
a
kind of
Spanish
movies, so maybe it really was the fact that we just butted this one up against like a really good movie.
I mean, it was slow. Somebody fell asleep in my theater.
It was
They were
slow.
snoring for like a minute before the friend like woke them up. And I was like, this is the opposite
little
of
elbow,
Obsession.
We
Yeah.
had
this
a
is the
full
opposite
theater,
of Obsession.
and people didn't seem scared or anything. There were a lot of again. I think this guy's got a lot of followers too. There were like a lot of young kids, a lot of teenagers there that seemed to be there. And
I heard a lot of light chuckling. That's
Oh, yeah.
about the extent of what I heard.
I mean, this is. I think I read that AMC has had its like best year since 2019, best
Wow.
month, like between Obsession and this.
That's great.
These
but
these
it's-
movies are making so much money. It's insane.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean that makes me really happy. I'm not mad this movie's doing well. Like, I mean, I'm not like not even annoyed or like whatever. I still
This
think
is the
they're,
best opening weekend for A24 by a factor of 3x.
Wow. Yeah.
Which
and
is insane.
They've done well too. It's not like they've been slouchy.
No. This movie is going to be like multiple hundreds of millions of dollars.
Good
And there's
for
going to be a
it,
sequel because Kane Parsons says this isn't the end of the story. He has the whole story written out. So
Nice. Okay.
it's going to be at least one sequel, and you know they're going to make it.
Good for him.
You know for sure.
Well, I kind of want to watch the YouTube videos, and maybe if I do that, I will have more blanks filled in or something that maybe I'll feel more like, I don't know.
The YouTube videos were, I wouldn't say better. They're like, it's impressive because he uses Blender and After Effects to create the rooms in the shorts, and I couldn't tell. I was like, where did he find all these sets to film this? This is crazy. And then it's like, oh, it's just all CG? That's even crazier. How does it look so real? I don't get it.
I figured as much when you saw things like half sticking out of the ground and stuff. I was like, that's
well, in this movie, they built it in the movie.
Yeah, these are like real sets this time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they built 30,000 feet of set of the back rooms, and it was so sprawling that the cast got lost a lot of the time in there.
And
basically just built it.
they're saying to themselves, this is going to be a good movie. I keep getting fucking lost.
Yeah, right? Actually, you should just let that happen and film that. It's actually, then it gets totally meta. It's like, yeah, here's the actors filming Backrooms, but then they get lost in the Backrooms.
You got to wait 20 years for that one, John.
Yeah,
That's like
so.
the Freddy's New Nightmare or something like that. The actors end up getting possessed.
Yeah, you're totally right.
I thought Mark Duplass was an odd character. Not just him as an actor, but his character in the movie was like the weirdest thing going in the movie.
Well, it's striking to see him looking so old.
I know. I'm literally watching The League again right now.
Are you? Oh, I love The League. Yeah.
And he's way older now. That's for damn
he
sure.
looks so old and tired, poor Mark.
Yeah.
But it was, again, I don't understand what the hell is going on there with the role or I think the videos might explain, I don't know, more the why they're under
I watched
surveillance.
the whole video. It doesn't explain anything.
You've watched the whole series?
The end of the short. No, I don't know if there's is there a series?
There's like, I don't know. There's like, 11 episodes or something.
I guess I watched the first one, the one that you watched, and I watched it to the end.
I started watching that one, and
yeah, the ending of it, spoilers for the short on YouTube, is there's the slide thing that's in this movie, like the carpeted ramp, and he gets pushed down it by, like, it looks like a trash bag monster on sticks, which is the monster in the short. It's pretty funny. He gets pushed down the ramp, and when he hits the bottom of the ramp, he's flying through the sky, and then he lands on the ground and dies, presumably.
Oh.
So there's it's a little
Oh, yeah,
weirder.
there's like 24 episodes.
Dang.
Damn.
I mean, it's crazy. This started from a random 4chan post in 2019.
Really?
Yeah. So this image that it was based on has been floating around the internet since 2012. Was like the first time they can trace it back.
Wow.
And then on 4chan and like one of the try to creep you out 4chan sub groups or whatever the fuck 4chan calls it, posted the photograph and wrote, I'm going to read you the little thingy. It says, if you're not careful and no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms where nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. And then that took off.
Damn.
From that post, people started creating all this content involving back rooms. The show Severance, the creator of that, took influence from all these things. It's been on the news about how there's no like real canon to it. It's kind of freeform in how it is. It's a weirdly popular thing that doesn't really have an origin.
Huh.
And so this Kane Parsons guy in 2022, he kind of, dissociated from the beginning of this, was like, I like this. I'm going to make a short YouTube video for fun. And then that took off individually. And then A24 found him and was like, hey, let's make a long movie out of this. And he's like, I'm 16 years old. Let's fucking do it.
Wow. What a story.
Yeah, he released, he started making film when he was 14, and that was in 2020.
Wow.
So to think about that. At the beginning of the pandemic, this guy was 14 and he was making short films for YouTube.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm happy about this. I'm happy there'll be sequels. I think this is great. People are going to see movies, and they're not going to see some stupid, like, I don't know, formulaic.
And they're specifically not,
movie.
like the Star Wars movie. It came out last weekend, and
Right.
it was number one of the weekend, but Obsession was right behind it. And now this weekend, this like most recent weekend, Star Wars dropped from 1 to 3, and Obsession leapfrogged it, is at number 2, and then Backrooms is number 1.
Wow.
So if you look at like the box office, Star Wars was negative 70% week to week. Obsession was plus 14% week to week, and Backrooms made $82 million opening weekend, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
Good to see theaters doing well. Good to see movies doing well. So
it's good to see AMC doing well, right, John? I love paying $25 for a ticket.
I don't do that here. I'm like $14, $12, but I'm going like Sunday freaking night. Whenever I can get away from everybody.
Is it cheaper?
I don't know. It's not. Well, I mean,
time?
maybe it's cheaper out here too. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else do we got on this? The plot? Well, I did have some questions. How about we do questions?
Okay.
Sure.
They tried. Speaking of Lynch, I think Lynch works in a lot of ways for reasons why it doesn't work for a lot of people, is that it's confusing and it doesn't explain it in the movie. You have to like think about it and piece it together yourself. And this movie explains it to you, and I don't think it works. It's like it has the same feel as a Lynch movie, but at the end it kind of tells you what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, how is it a metaphor and you can go into it at the same time?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah. That's true. It didn't stay surreal enough, right? I guess.
Yeah.
It was trying to sort of like put threads together. But I was, until that point, that's a fair point. I was just getting that feeling. I thought it would be left ambiguous, and then it would have been maybe more satisfying, or more, or not, or it would have felt like, because it felt like there was like, okay, there's more to this than I understand. There's some vision that I don't understand that seems to be here, and that's the Lynchian feel, right? This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is. There's some interesting visual. There's some weird things going on. But yeah, it still didn't hit. Again, that was even then. It's like the emotions of the characters, the dialogue of the characters isn't always hitting, and that sort of takes you out of it too, because it feels like they're like, however it is the story is working. Like Eraserhead, you're with there in that family, and they're doing weird shit, but you feel like that is there and that is happening. You're seeing this happening. You're not seeing people acting. You're seeing this really messed up situation, and it didn't quite feel that way at times in this. But then that made me feel
because it broke, because it was only surreal in the Backrooms, right? Eraserhead, it kind of feels like the entire world is the Backrooms, or it's like through the perspective of the main character, and his view of the world is that fucked up. But in this movie, it's only weird when they're in the space, and they kind of try to explain it away by being like at the end they show the Backrooms are like trauma over time. The longer you hold on to this stuff, and the less willing you are to move on from like trauma or fear or some negative feeling, that like your memory just gets distilled into things that aren't actual memories. And it's like, it's never ending. You get lost in there. You can kind of link all that together. But all that breaks down when you realize that different people can enter this through different ways and pull each other out in a physical sense. And like, you can meet people. How the fuck, if it's a metaphor for LJ4's like sadness about his marriage and his bitterness towards the other furniture salesman, then how the fuck does Mark Duplass enter his mind and pull out his psychiatrist?
I don't know.
Right? It doesn't work both ways.
Yeah, I wasn't even going there in time.
I didn't try to figure any of that out.
Yeah.
In fact, I wasn't even aware it was a metaphor until reading about it after.
I thought when they were talking, there was the one scene or shot or series of shots where it's like falling through the grounds, and like the scene gets more and more minimalistic as it goes further and further down. Isn't there like a voiceover saying something that explains it like that? I think there is. I think it tries to explain it in that moment. Mm-hmm. Everyone's asleep during that part of the movie.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, there's sort of like, again, there's the only voiceovers I thought came from the therapist character, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it was her.
She's reading from her book, it seems like, or whatever, like where she's talking about neural pathways of least resistance or something.
Yeah. I think that was the scene. I think.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking, John. Yeah. Okay.
I like the sets, and I particularly like. I did enjoy watching how they played with architecture, and how they would like there's a particular scene where the therapist like walks out and she's all of a sudden in the middle of a center of a room that has like the whole the center's all cut out, and she's like looking around. It looked really cool because everything was so whacked up, but she was like somehow like in a big hotel and the whole center is like empty, and there's like so she's like walking around the outside there. That looked pretty cool. So I did like the visuals on some of that stuff was pretty neat, but yeah.
I mean, I thought being in the back rooms was pretty nightmarish. I got like a pretty good sense of
like cubicle
just a
land,
dread
right?
nightmare.
If you've ever worked at a place that has a whole lot of cubicle farms, that's the kind of scary feeling it gives me. It's that color, that's cubicle color, that kind of beige. But yeah,
and the lighting, the hum.
It's like very neutral.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Looks old, moldy. I don't think I have anything else here for the movie itself, guys. I got a little bit of trivia.
Okay.
A nice and short one. Just like this movie could have been if they had an editor. Am I right, guys?
I don't know, man.
I'm
not sure.
I like this. I said
think,
go see it.
Again,
I can talk shit on it.
I think this movie, I think they did what they wanted to do, I mean, but
they definitely did.
Yeah.
It was pretty unique, I thought. I mean, you said Eraserhead. That was the one thing that I could kind of equate it to.
That's
was
not
Eraserhead.
bad. If you're like
No.
even no matter if you're not going to compare to that necessarily in terms of quality, but hey, if you're able to, and it's not copying, I don't feel like this is like trying to be David Lynch. So that alone is kind of impressive too. Like it's weird, it's different. If you can say that's the thing about a Lynchian sort of, and it feels honest. I don't feel like they're trying to do like look at us or aren't we scary or so it doesn't feel like it's trying to manipulate you in a certain way. It feels like it's got some things it's trying to say, whether it does that effectively or not.
Or trying to do. Like they
Right.
hang on a lot of stuff for a long time, but I don't get like you're saying, I don't get a feeling that they're doing it because they're like, look at how cool these sets are.
Right.
They're doing it because they're like, it's going to be creepier if we go slower.
Right.
Is what I think they
That's
think.
fair. Yeah. But I don't think
And I
I
kinda see
think
it.
that it takes a long time for those, rooms to just getting larger and larger and more intertwined.
it's such, again, this isn't bad, but it is such a contrast with Obsession. How
It was tough after Obsession. It really was.
How the sequences are in Obsession just seem to flow so well, and the fear and the tension is there.
Very linear story. That's why.
Right. But
And it's
It
funny
is
how
very
in this
different.
movie, like I really thought while watching this one, jump scares and how they typically work. And this movie is how jump scares typically work, where they get you and then you're a little irritated and you're not necessarily afraid afterwards. There's no like dread after a jump scare. There's like a release of tension. They're like, okay, the way this movie is going is I can tell they're going to jump scare me and then there's going to be a break. Right? Whereas Obsession, they had jump scares, and I was immediately tense afterwards because I
you didn't know what would
where
happen
it
next.
was going.
That movie felt unpredictable. But
So
this
I don't
one,
know what the
you're
difference
right.
is, but
Like,
there was a
I
very stark
knew-
difference.
Like he's running in
Yeah.
the found footage. Even I know he's running down the hall. I know we're going to get some kind of scary glimpse of a monster,
And it's going to be at the end of the scene, right?
Right.
It's going to be right at the end, and then it's going to cut, and then we're going to go to the next thing. Like I predicted
Right.
all of that as soon as I saw his found
I know.
footage.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because how else are you supposed to do found footage? That's like the one way that it
Right,
works
right,
is
yeah.
doing that series of things, right?
It's true.
Yeah. Because if you did a jump scare and then the guy got up and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were a big scary pirate or something, but you're just Steve. You're just Steve. Okay, let's go back to the research lab." That wouldn't be as good.
No, you're right. It wouldn't.
Is the thing that the guy in the found whatever footage video in the beginning, was that also a pirate? I couldn't tell what that was.
Yeah, it seemed like that was the pirate hat guy. Like, so I don't know who that guy was. Who the found footage guy, who the point of view, who that was. Do we know?
That was
who
one of the guys on Mark Duplass's team who
Oh, right.
send
That was
one
he
guy
was
in at a
like
time or
researching.
something.
I see.
Yeah.
So that was one of their buddies. That's who he was trying to contact. He was like, Mark,
Yeah.
come help me.
And at the end of that intro scene, it like shuts the TV off of the video that the people are watching, and you can see the scientists reflected in
and
there.
Mark's probably in there too, right?
He's in
So,
there, yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Didn't recognize him though with all those gray hairs. I was like, that can't be Mark Duplass.
Can't be.
It's nothing like him.
He doesn't look happy. Mark's normally so happy.
It's
What's
only been
wrong,
15
Mark?
years. You can't lose all of your hair color in 15 years. Well, apparently
I don't know. You might be surprised.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is. Just thinking about that was probably one of the biggest differences is that this had jump scares and they made me jump because a loud noise is going to make you jump. It's just going to happen. But these felt kind of cheap and expected.
Mm-hmm.
the parts that I like the most is just the walking around the creepy corridors and being like, how weird are these rooms? And like, how would I feel if I was in this space? I'd be fucking freaked out.
Oh, man.
That's true.
Imagine?
Yeah.
I'd be so freaked out.
Yeah. And nothing is that scary. I mean, there's that pirate guy, but like, it's just weird shaped rooms.
No, just the
And
idea that you
itself
don't know
is
where
weird.
you are. You know
That, and you don't know how to get out, and you don't know where these doors
You
lead,
don't know why
and you
this
don't know
is
what's
here.
going
You don't know what
on.
the purpose of the odd furniture. You know,
You see
just
3 doorknobs, and you're like,
so
"This
much
is
makes no
fucked
sense.
up. What is
Right,
going
yeah.
on here?" Right? Like, just the kind of like misdirection and not knowing where you're going next is scary.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that
And then they
kind of
intercut it
dies
with
at
jump
some
scares.
point, and then it's no longer scary.
Yeah. I think it's because if there were no jump scares, that would have been better, I think. For me.
Yeah.
Because it kind of breaks it, like in this movie, the way it's put together, whenever there's a jump scare, I get release afterwards, and I don't want that. Maybe it's just because I want obsession again, and I want that extreme full-on tension, the whole thing. But maybe I'm going to be chasing the dragon for a long time.
That's
now,
fair.
guys.
You might be in trouble now.
Yeah. This is how it starts. This is how the addiction begins. This is how you watch every horror movie that comes out.
Yeah, hoping that it comes.
Yeah.
Session's going to create a whole bunch of sad little addicts just wandering around looking for the next film that they're
Just
going to
watching terrible horror movies one after the other.
That's
God
right.
damn it.
That's right.
Not this one, but a lot of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
But less so now. There's a lot more horror. There's another one that came out this month or last month. It's June now. Hokum's supposed to be good. So 3 in May.
Oh, I think we're going to
It's not
see.
bad.
I mean, these films are banking. We're going to see a ton of horror films. I think because they're doing. They don't necessarily cost a lot, and they.
But a lot of them are going to be bad, John. They do this every
It's
time
always
somebody
been
makes
like
money.
This. It's always been like this. I mean,
Yeah.
this has been.
Pulp Fiction came out. They started giving every cool guy money to make like a cool guy in a
Wait,
cool
you got to
shirt
swear a lot.
talking
You got to
cool.
swear a lot. Can you say the N word? Can you do that? If you get away
Yeah.
with saying the N word, it'll be so good. But you got to get away with it. We don't know how you get away with it.
You didn't hear that from me, but do
I'm
it if you
not
want.
sure how
That's
that
all I'm saying.
works. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're right. It'd be like everything was edgy and cool, or like split up the story, and so yeah.
And this is going to be a bunch of young people getting $1 to $10 million, making really weird shit from shorts and
Maybe that'll be good. Who knows?
Yeah, some of it might
some
still
of it will be good.
Some of it. I mean, but again,
Some
we
of it
have
will
these
be good, but
studios-
I'm just saying it'll be
Yeah.
flooded and
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be hard to
Oh,
sift
and it'll
through.
just be
Maybe.
all over your social
They've got
media
a lot
feed.
though.
It won't
Like
even be like
Blumhouse,
in the theater
A24,
or at a
like
short
the-
film
yeah.
festival or any of that. It'll just be on social.
Maybe, yeah. But what they do have, the other thing that happens is you have instant audience in a way. Like this guy's got millions of followers. He puts out a movie. A lot of his
There's
people are
another
going to see the
millions of
movie.
people going to see
So
it.
that
Yep.
is like
100%.
built-in audience right there, right? So like, rate, subscribe, see my movie.
Yeah, I don't know though. Do you think a lot of people are going to see the sequel to this? I'm not sure.
Well,
The guy who fell
I
asleep
don't
in
know.
it's not going to go see the sequel. That's for sure.
That's a fair point. I don't know.
Yeah.
But certainly it certainly got the big hit, and yeah, I'm sure the sequel will do fine, even if it doesn't like kick ass. It'll certainly probably at least it'll make money.
It'll make money for sure.
Right,
Horror
yeah.
sequels are usually, every time it's less money,
Right.
especially if they're rapid fire.
Yeah, and I'd rather see something. That's the other thing is like this guy's. I think he's 20. I'm sure he'll branch out at some point. But this is what he's.
He's
built
20
his-
now. He was 19 when he made this movie.
Yeah, right.
There's,
I mean,
there's a
wow.
difference because he's so fucking young that he was
Yeah.
a teenager when he
Yes.
directed this movie.
Yes. So I mean, again, but I'd rather see something else. This is we already kind of know what this is, and I don't even know I want to see more of this because it's like I think there's enough. And besides, if I wanted to see more, I could go to YouTube and watch the 22 episodes or so. But
What do you think would be a good title for the sequel? Just more Backrooms?
It'll
Backrooms.
probably-
Backrooms.
Extra Backrooms.
Colon, more
Backrooms,
Backrooms.
colon.
Newfound back rooms.
Yes. Yes.
Backrooms. It goes deeper. Backrooms. A pirate and a parent.
Maybe just Backrooms too. Although the way he filmed his episodes were all differently named. So, and they all did different. They did some different things. Yeah. So
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
yeah, it's fine. I actually want to watch more of the YouTube ones. They sound interesting.
I think I was going to say that the YouTube one, the first one that I watched, was more complete, if that makes sense. It was like a single note, but 10 minutes was a perfect length for it, and it was like good front to back because it was just the one thing. And they took a lot of the ideas from that short and put it. I think all of the shots were similar in the movie. They made it bigger for the movie, but like it was pretty impressive in the short.
Yeah.
Guy knows how to use Blender. And he actually created all of the sets in this movie as well in Blender. And then they got a set designer guy to,
Just build
lay it out in reality and then build it. So they built all of his ideas that he created in Blender. So
Wow.
he directed it. He created the short series, came up with the whole aesthetic. He built it in Blender, and then he composed 50% of the score.
Oh,
as
nice.
well. So
I mean,
these young people, they got all the
good for
energy.
this
They can
guy.
do more than one thing,
holy crap.
Director, that's lame. I would be a director, set designer,
Right.
I'll
content
do the whole
creator.
thing from scratch.
Yeah. He just graduated high school, so he's got tons of time.
Wow.
There was a funny article where they're like, Kane Parsons dropped out of college to take, to film this movie. And it was like, is it a good choice? And everybody was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is it a good
Yes.
choice? Like, people
Right.
go to college to get this opportunity.
Right, exactly.
Like, what do you want to do? You're going to get $10 million to potentially become a famous filmmaker, or you're going to spend $200,000 and probably don't have a job in 4 years.
Right.
Why
Exactly.
would you, it is not an article.
No, it's your best bet, actually, at this point.
Yeah. This guy's the luckiest kid
I
around.
know. Seriously.
And now just thinking about these kids 5 years ago, they're like, I'm not ever going to be famous. Like, it would be cool if I was. And then now their movies are like beating Star Wars in the box office. Can you even
wild.
imagine? In the interviews, they're both just awestruck. They're like, they don't believe it. They're like in denial. They're asking, how does it feel? And they're like, I don't know.
This
This is so
doesn't
weird.
make any sense. I
Yeah.
didn't know how I got here.
Yeah. That's cool too. They're just like completely in shock. They haven't become assholes yet. Hopefully they don't. They both
Won't be
seem like
long.
pretty normal people.
Won't be long.
Who knows? Yeah, just enough people being like, you're a genius. How did you do
you're
that?
the
And you're like,
best.
I don't know how I did it. I did the
Yeah.
one thing that I did and it became really popular. I can't help you out. I'm sorry.
Yep.
He took a lot of influence from the Silent Hill and Portal video game soundtracks. So all of his tracks were taken from those two video games. He also took a lot of inspiration from the movies the TV show Mr. Robot and the movie 1 Hour Photo. You guys ever see 1 Hour Photo?
I remember that one.
Well,
but
that one, is that Robin Williams?
It was.
Long
It was
time
creepy.
In a very creepy
He would
role?
he worked at like a 1 Hour Photo place and he would steal people's photos. He was like a real creep, and someone confronted him and it got like pretty crazy by the end. But it's like a stark representation of loneliness in both of those things. And that's what he was trying to like draw into this.
Nice,
I
okay.
see.
So I think that kind of worked.
Mr. Robot was pretty good. I wanted to watch more of it than I did, but I enjoyed like the first season, I think, but then didn't go back.
Yeah, second season really. I also dropped off in the second season. First season was awesome, but I forget what happened exactly, but it was totally different in the second season. Let's see here. He's the youngest person to ever have a #1 film at the box office, which is kind of not surprising.
What was the previous? I wonder, who was the previous holder of that?
It was John Singleton, who was 25 when Poetic Justice opened in 1993.
Okay.
So that's a long time ago, and I feel like he's going to hold the record for a long time.
Yeah. Well, you don't
If
know
not
because
forever.
we got some 13-year-old YouTubers that are looking pretty good. So
You got to get them before they turn 18. Can you have a child director? Is that against the laws of Hollywood?
They have supervision, I guess, and they have to be in bed by 7 or something. I don't know how those work. But, yeah.
You have to go to school, take a break for recess during filming. There's a rumor online that because of this guy's age, he didn't direct all the movie or any of the movie himself.
Oh.
It's false rumors completely.
Yeah, it sounds,
I don't know where
again,
people read stuff on the internet, but
he
that
made
is
those
totally
videos.
false.
I mean, there's no question there. So it doesn't, I'm sure the people were there maybe helping him to learn stuff or do what he needed to do. I don't know, but he already seemed to know how to do a lot of this stuff, just not at scale.
Yeah, the internet's just full of angry, jealous liars that have traction.
Yeah,
that's
that's
basically
true.
all it is.
Pretty
That's fair.
much.
But Mark Duplass had I forget, I don't have the quote here, but he was just like, anybody saying that wasn't on set. I'll tell you, I was on set 100% of the time, and the only person directing me was Kane Parsons.
Good for
No.
him. Yeah.
This movie is set in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oh.
The original photograph was taken in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It was a hobby shop being remodeled, and that's
I was
where
gonna
this
say
all
that.
started.
That furniture store seems sparse. Even it's like I remember you guys remember Jordan's, right? And down
How can I forget?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. That was I was like, it was giving me memories of those in the audience that don't know that there's this huge restaurant, or not fucking me, furniture store. I can't talk. But they had like this whole New Orleans theme that you'd walk down. They had their IMAX theater inside the furniture store.
I love the Jordan
It was
IMAX.
awesome.
Best theater in
you
Boston.
might look around and wonder if they can
There's
do
an
this.
event to go there.
Like,
It
how
was.
much are they
Especially
making
because you had
off
to
of
walk
the
out
furniture?
through the fucking furniture store. It took you 15 minutes.
That's
right.
exactly
I
right.
mean,
I bet they got
like,
so many people that way buying furniture. By
Everyone
doing
was
that.
just chilling on the beds afterwards talking about the movie. It was a scene.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. And they had what is the guy Manny who owns it? Was just like, we got butt blasters in every seat. You're like, it's just a subwoofer that shakes you whenever something butt blaster.
Great.
That Manny guy, he's rolling in it and
was
enjoying.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that place like operated at a loss. It probably still does. And it's just because that Manny guy likes movies and he's like, this furniture store is doing so well, I'm going to build a freaking huge IMAX
I'm going to
theater.
put it back into the people.
Yeah. Let's see here. Anything else? So The Fly. The
that
last
was-
thing I
that was
got. The
another
Fly was
one.
written into the script because there's one shot of the Fly landing on Renee, the actor,
right. Yeah.
and it was just on the set that day, and it landed on her, and the take was good. So they're like, well, we need to like work this into the script if we want to use this shot. And he's like, we could have the fly through the thing, and that could be how she figures out that there's like a hole in the wall or
okay.
whatever.
Cool.
So that all came from this like uninvited fly guest.
This little fly. I would be an actor. I want to be an actor. This is my big chance. This is my big chance. Watch me, Bob.
You got your guild card Fly? No, get out of here.
Yeah. Who let you're not even carded, man.
Who's his wrangler? There's no fly wrangler on set. Get out of here.
We got a wild fly here.
That's all I got.
Okay.
We pushed that nearly 2x past where I was at first. Like, let's end this episode now to the 20-minute mark. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much.
No.
You did all right. It's okay.
So I think next week we're going to put this one out first to kind of throw it out there when it's still in the theaters. So next week, we've already watched this, but the episodes will be The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
We got those sitting in the bucket.
That's good.
So, yeah, that is good because it's summertime. And there's going to be some vacations, guys. If you don't see an episode, we're hopefully not dead. If we are dead, I'll post it to the website. Okay, so
Yeah,
check the
some
website.
horrible
If we're dead,
golfing
it'll say
accident.
You
so.
will know. Don't worry.
yes.
Yeah,
We
if it
will-
doesn't say
we are
anything,
dead.
assume we're on vacation. Okay, no message
right.
vacation, message dead. Got it? Okay. So yeah, thanks for listening. Actually,
listening.
top 250. We got to do this thing.
All right.
I'd say no.
I'm gonna go no.
John?
Oh, I said no, but I just
Oh, he said
I
no.
was talking
Okay.
over you
Yeah,
guys.
I was like,
Sorry.
isn't a no, John?
Yeah,
We
I
need a
guess
yes
you
or a
said
no.
Yeah.
So yeah,
was you hesitating.
hesitating.
All right.
Dark Knight. Yeah, where was I? Mission250filmcast.com or Mission250podcast.com. That's the website. That's right.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and we're going to watch some freaking Batman movies, I guess.
Cool. All right.
Hooray. All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
See ya.
you guys.